Your most recent book, The Sugar Impact Diet, very good one, and probably still necessary. Like I said, so many people know that sugar is bad, but yet it's still such a huge problem. Why are we in that area still?
Sugar was the #1 question I got asked about on the Virgin Diet, and people fell into two camps. They were either completely confused by it. Well, what about honey? It's all natural. I'm like, well, arsenic is natural. Or, or agave. Or what about aspartame? There's no calories. Or they were just controlled by it. Sugar is our #1 recreational drug of choice. And even though they wanted to give it up, they couldn't. But the bigger problem out there is that not only are we confused about things like honey or maple syrup or agave, the challenge is we're looking at sugar all wrong. We have this framework called the glycemic index that looks at how much your blood sugar rises in response to a 50-gram dose of a food. Well, we don't eat food in 50-gram doses for the most part in isolation, so that doesn't really make sense. You really have to look at the impact of the food, and that also doesn't take fructose into account. So I wanted to create a new way to look at sugar, taking into account that all carbohydrates turn to sugar, except for fiber. It's really a matter of, are you mainlining it, or are you making your body make it slowly from the foods you eat? And so it's really about the impact that the sugar has on your body. So I took how much something raised your blood sugar, fructose, I contrasted that with fiber, nutrient density that offset those, and I created the sugar impact scales. And I rated things high, medium, and low, so people wouldn't have to go do math. Because no one wants to, when they say cut your sugar down to 10% of total calories, I'm like, people don't even know how many calories they're eating. How are they going to know 10%? And, well, wheat bread doesn't have any sugar in it, but it raises your blood sugar more than table sugar does. So, you can't look at it that way. You have to look at the impact of it. So that's the shift. And I think the reason we're eating more sugar than ever and eating less table sugar is because it's sneaking into places we'd never expect. We've got poor labeling. We've got labels that say no sugar added that are using fruit juice concentrate, which is worse for you than most of the sugars. And, we still are falling under the prey of we should be eating low fat or fat free. And whenever you go low fat or fat free, you go high sugar because they add it in. So there's just all this misinformation and all this sugar being added to our foods, and then foods that create a sugar impact that we're eating too. And you just get stuck in this whirlwind of this that you can't get out.